Quite outstanding so far. Well, we have 10 men taking part in this 85 kilo category. We've had B and C categories beforehand, and we'll have a look at what's already happened, what they're chasing in this contest. Remember, it's snatch and then the clean and jerk, 3 attempts in each, and your best lifts are added together for the overall world champion. This is the start list. Up the top there, Ivan Markov trying to show his best finally. He's come close to winning world titles. He is the reigning European champion. Rostami there, second down the list. Former world champion Saar, former Olympic champion at a lighter weight category, having moved up. And here are the men. Ivan Markov won that European title. Rostami looking very cool. The world champion of 2011. Got third at the last Olympics. Saar had a horrible elbow injury, third at the 2011 World Championships, but he was, more importantly, 2008 Beijing Olympic champion. Benjamin Hennequin did well in the Paris World Championships, second that year in 2011. Andrei Rybakov of Belarus, 2 times world champion, second at the Olympic Games twice, as he passed his best. Alamov of Uzbekistan, he's been third at the World Championships before. Chan Chiao, 2014 Asian Games champion. That was just 6 weeks ago. Lifting some big weights there, 381 total. Kadasevic, also of Belarus. He's the national champion, and his international debut. What a lineup to go against. Artem Okolov, 2014 World Junior champion, Russian soldier, one of 2 Russians. This Chechen Aptiokadov, 2013 World champion. He's the reigning world champion, and in good shape, hopefully.
"62 wins, 53 knockouts. World heavyweight champion Vladimir Klitschko now faces the undefeated Kubrat Pulev. Saturday, 8 p.m, live and exclusive on British Eurosport 2 HD.
What are you driving? Small car? Big car? A van? Or a sporty car? When you sell it, you want a great price. You want WeWantAnyCar.com. Just go to the website, enter your reg number and a few details and get your valuation. Then book your appointment at a branch near you. We pay cash directly into your account. Go now to WeWantAnyCar.com and enter your reg number now.
So, we still haven't found the right idea for the new Pounds to Pocket TV ad. Look, we know that they lend up to £2,000.
Oh, could be a song. 2,000, 2,000.
No, thank you, Gordon. Bennett, what about you?
Well, they're called Pounds to Pocket. Have we considered a talking pocket?
Give me strength.
If Pounds to Pocket wrote adverts, they'd be as straightforward as our loans. Find out more at poundstopocket.co.uk. Representative 278% APR.
Welcome back to Almaty, Kazakhstan. We're about to get underway with the snatch discipline in the men's 85 kilo Group A category. The World Weightlifting title up for grabs. Of course, at the World Weightlifting Championships, you have snatch medals and clean and jerk medals as well. Well, alongside me, Colin Bryce, Michaela Breeze. Michaela, this is a hard one to call. We've heard differing camps with differing opinions, and you could pick 6 or 7 winners here potentially.
Again, we're sat here. I genuinely don't know which way to call this. It really is super exciting coming into every single one of these categories and it being pretty much wide open. Gone are the days where you could pick a lifter straight out and say, yeah, that person's odds-on favourite. At the moment, we've got Olympic champions, we've got lifters that are coming back from injuries, and we don't really know what they're quite capable of. I really couldn't call it.
Yes, here's a man returning from injury. He is the reigning world champion, Ati Aukadov. And he does a squat jerk as well. He's got a phenomenal technique. But of course we have the snatch first. And he had some back surgery earlier in the year. The man before him we saw was another injured man returning. Popped his elbow in the 77 kilo category at the London Olympics. There's Benjamin Enaka on his day. Massive clean and jerk, could pull it back there. You never know. Well, the reason the cameras are focusing in on Benjamin Enaka at the moment is he's got the lowest start weight posted for the snatch. He has got that huge clean and jerk, but it looks like he's finished his warm-up in the snatch and he's going to come out at 152, which he posted. The highest posted mark of all of the athletes in the snatch is Rybakov, who is still in good form. We're just looking at pictures here of Artem Okolov of Russia, the junior. And Okolov has really been impressive. Two juniors, Chanchao and Okolov, both of whom, well, they're right at the end of their junior career. They've turned 20, but they lifted some colossal weights, those two men. Haven't they just? Tian of China is the current clean and jerk world junior record holder. And incidentally, he took that record off Ilya Ilan, who goes tomorrow, I think. Yes, that's right. He's moved up a weight category. Goes in the 94s, the Kazakh hero. As Benjamin Enaka kicks us off. 152 on the bar. Well, in the Paris World Championships, Enaka hit 170 that day when he got a silver medal in 2011 overall. So he is a long way away from that. It was a good opening attempt. Very solid overhead. Yeah, 152. And if you do just cast our minds back to Paris, that day Rastami won and put himself as favourite towards the London Olympics. Enaka opened with 162, then went all the way up to 170, and then nearly hit a 210 clean and jerk. This is a long way away, isn't it? Yes, it is. Very tremendous leg strength there. You could just see how much height he generated on the bar. But body buckling just a little under the weight. He's obviously a lifter that's capable of much, much more. Well, we've had some solid lifting in the B group as well. In fact, more than solid lifting. 165 kilograms from Hisan Pilaku of Albania. Again, the Albanians showing great form, and 200 kilos in the clean and jerk. That's a 365 total. So you can see that's why these guys are coming out ranked 10th if he does this 155. This is Sa Jae-hyuk, who's got some bad memories to bury here. Did a number on his elbow, dislocated it in 2012 on his second attempt at the Olympics, and now he's come back heavier, and from what we hear, a lot stronger. 155, his opener. Even if he's behind in the snatch, he is an incredible clean and jerker. Oh, elbows look solid, still got a great elbow lock. Considering he's had a nasty injury, sometimes an athlete struggles then with the arm lock overhead, but that was very impressive. 155, personal best of 171, which he did back in 2012. So let's see how close he can get to that today. Well, interestingly, he's very upright in his snatch position there as he catches it. Textbook position. Bar over the shoulders, back nice and straight, sitting into a deep squat position. You don't really want to be leaning forwards, chest down, shoulders back. It puts unnecessary strain on the shoulders. That was biomechanically brilliant. Yes, and I don't particularly advise you going back and looking at the finish from the Olympics in 2012 when he does his elbow. It's not pleasant viewing, but that's exactly the mistake he does now. Benjamin Enaka, 157, 5 kilos up on his opener.
Really quick under the bar, has to run forwards. If he'd sat at the bottom and waited, that bar would have bounced off him. But because he was so aggressive to stand up, gave himself a chance to save the lift.
Well, his next lift, he may go over 160 kilos, and well, that would get him close to what he opened with when he got that silver medal at the World Championships in Paris. And you know what? Inside the top 7 or 8 that day, everyone else was over 165, so it gives you an idea how much you'll have to play catch up with on that clean and jerk he has. There's the junior Russian. You see the older Russian Apti's hardly old, he's only 22, the world champion. This is Okolov.
Playing with 140.
Like it's nothing. Amazing. Isen Pulakau of Albania is currently leading 3 out of 3, had a really good streak in the snatch from the B group. 165 then is the mark these A group men have got to get past before they actually move into the lead. They might have lifted earlier in the B group and the C group and indeed the D group, but it all counts the same. The Chinese athlete here, Chan Xiao, just making things look easy as well. He's expected to come in at 165. He's still a junior. Of course, Chan Xiao's junior world record in the clean and jerk, 218. He might have a crack at that today. Junior world record in the snatch, Rybakov owns it, 182. Set all the way back in 2002. And he's still going strong here, which is quite something. Now, Enecat, final attempt. 160. Which would still only bring him up to 4th because of the quality of the B group.
Oh, that was the best of the 3 lifts that we've seen. The first 2 kind of dived a bit kamikaze underneath the weights, but that time caught it in a really solid receiving position. Well done, 3 out of 3.
He is good for the big time competitions, Enecat. Might not be that pleased, but he's lifted a lot more in the past. Big stage debut for Pavel Kedesevich of Belarus. Going for 161.
Oh, very dynamic, look at that. You want to come out and lift some big weights, you have to be solid under the bar, you need to be in control, and that he was.
Well, he's done very well at the Belarusian Championships, so has a personal best recorded of 167.
Yeah, he was first in the nationals, but from all of my research I can make out, this is his first international competition, and to step foot onto a world senior platform and make an A group. Young talent coming through.
Ulugbek Alimov of Uzbekistan, 163 kilograms. This will still only put him into 2nd. There's Pulaku of Albania, that 165 from the B group. His personal best, just a kilogram more than this.
Some great lifting here today. Just retaping his thumbs. Most of these athletes will have thumbs on their tape on their thumbs, and some of their fingers as well. And that's because these athletes grip the bar by trapping the thumb, you can see there, underneath the fingers and between the bar. That makes sure you don't lose your grip. These are heavy weights. So weightlifters actually don't need to have strong forearms and good grip strength. I can barely hold my own body weight on one arm if I just hang off a chin-up bar. The grip is always good because your thumb's trapped, but it can be uncomfortable, hence the tape.
Yes, it does take some getting used to when you first start doing it. My goodness, try holding 165 kilos. It's very uncomfortable. Here's Tian Xiao of China, waiting in the wings. 165 getting loaded onto the bar. And Tian Xiao, still a junior. He's turned 20. Not worried to break any world records today. He's still in that category.
Fantastic physique, great build. Short levers, long back. But see how heavily built his legs are. All the muscles in the right places for this sport.
Yeah.
Wow, super easy, confident lift. Come on, he says, give me some decent weights.
Pops him into second place. He's ever so slightly heavier than Pulaku of Albania, who went in the B group, but he's done exactly the same weight, and well, there's plenty more there. 170, I'm sure, maybe 175 if he's feeling it today. Here comes Sa. He's stepped up a big weight since his opener, 155 all the way up to 165. And I think that was just borrowing the memories of 2012 when he dislocated his elbow on stage at the Olympics. This the big return for him. So he's relaxing into this now.
Glance at the clock. There's a clock on the platform. He knows exactly how long he has left. Dropped his chest at the start, has done well to recover. That's where the elbow is going to be most at risk. The longer he holds that position, the more stress he's under, but looks very strong and very stable.
So 10 kilos up, he's happy, and I'm sure when he gets this third and final one finished, he'll be even happier. Snatch will be done, and he'll be moving on to his favorite, the clean and jerk.
Just came onto his toes, did well to sit back on his heels and stand.
Kirasovic moves up 5 kilograms.
Спину держи.
Oh, super solid. Liking the aggression of this young man. We're going to see a lot more of him on the international stage. First competition, and he's really shining.
Yeah, and I think it's great to see, actually, that, he's no longer a junior, and he's getting his first big international, and he's grabbing it. Obviously a late developer.
Moving up, the bar 168 kilograms, second attempt. Olympic Hanimov, Uzbekistan. Bronze medal of the World Championship.
Ulugbek Alamov, 168. He goes up by 5. And this is now well above his personal best, which is 164.
Well, using the time that he had on the clock to his advantage. Just taking his time in that starting position. So important that these athletes visualise the lift they're about to perform. And he executed that with precision.
Yeah, it was pretty much spot on, hit the groove, stood up with it with ease. No forward or backward motion, and I think there's a bit more there from Mr. Alamov. He's had 2 out of 2. We still have 5 men to join in, this being one of them, the reigning world champion, Apti Aukadov, who won his world championship in Wrocław last year with a 175 snatch and then a 212 clean and jerk. He opened with a 170, but he's had some back surgery since then. He was planning on moving up the weight categories, but things haven't quite gone to plan. Hopefully, he's fully recovered. And he is just about the best clean and jerker here, so he just has to hang tight with the others in the snatch.
Well, what he lost in full extension on the way up, he made up for in speed and aggression underneath the bar. It's great to see him back competing and fighting fit. We talk about catching the lift in the deep squat position. It doesn't get any better than this. Absolutely rock solid at the bottom. Tremendous leg strength to stand up with ease.
Yes, and his jerk looks pretty similar, doesn't it, in the clean and jerk, because he does this fabulous squat jerk, which we'll see in the second discipline. Takes great flexibility. So, third and final then from Kudisevic, the Belarusian.
Oh, he needs to stand. That's a personal best by 2 kilos. 3 out of 3.
Well, he might be an international debutant, but he certainly lifted like a very experienced man here, especially with this lineup. Good effort.
So nearly unlocked those elbows. Really fighting all the way.
Well, some great names still to come in. We are awaiting Markov of Bulgaria, Rastami, the former world champion. But before we get to them, Artem Okolov preparing to come in. Enormous thigh muscles, quads. His personal best 173 with a 211 clean and jerk, so coming out at 170, not a million miles away from his personal best.
Sneaky couple of steps to get back underneath the bar. Not happy with that, quite rightly so. Not perfect, and that's what he will be aiming for on a second attempt. Coach is saying calm down, we can fix that problem. Here, just on his toes there. Takes a step there to recover.
He's the first man to do 170. Tian Qiao now trying to match. Tian Qiao actually 3 grams heavier, so in theory he doesn't go into the lead with this, but still so many lifts to come.
good as his first.
Wasn't it just? Yeah, 5 kilos up, and he absolutely nailed it.
Give me more, he says. Come on, bring it on.
And I just can't believe that 163 is the best snatch we've found from 218, of course, is his clean and jerk junior world record, and that matches the senior world record that Zhang has. So as a junior, he's done just as much as any senior has ever done. So if he does a big snatch here, well, we know he's got a great clean and jerk. So it's going to be fascinating. The Uzbek Alimov just 2 kilos up here from that 168. So very proficient in his first 2 lifts. Clock just ticking away here. He's okay.
That's a disappointing last lift. Just swinging. Very difficult to stop that momentum as it goes overhead.
I guess when you're starting to get right up towards your extreme weight, some bad habits kick in. Stretching off out back, it's Benjamin Hennequin, Frenchman. Well, he's done his 3. He sits in 10th position overall. And we still have 3 men to come in and register a snatch. So most likely Hennequin will be down in 13th at the end of this snatch competition. Chen Xiao there, just looking cool as a cucumber. He's had a good start, 165, 170, big personal bests in the snatch. And his favourite discipline to come. So will it be Rybakov of Belarus, Markov of Bulgaria, or perhaps, well, there's Rybakov. Is that Rybakov there? Just doing a final warm-up in the snatch. So he's obviously not coming out now.
160 on the bar.
160 on the bar, yes. As good as Hennequin did out on the platform. Remember, he's 2 times silver medalist in the Olympics, 04, 08. Been around a long time, Rybakov. Did a 179 at last year's World Championships, but his clean and jerk is weak. He struggles to get near the 200 kilo mark. Janusz Rostami, 173 then. The Iranian's opener. And that means that Markov, who was meant to go ahead of him at 173, has gone up again. 174. We still haven't seen him. We still haven't seen Rybakov. It's a super heavyweight Olympic champion there, world record holder. The Iranian coach just watching on. A good solid lift.
Razazadeh will be pleased with his athlete's first attempt. Good extension, catching it nice and deep. Good leg strength to stand. He's in the competition safely.
Yeah, the Iranians really known for their super heavies more than anything else. Big Hussein Razazadeh, 2 times Olympic champion, 2000, 2004, and of course they've got the reigning Olympic champion at the moment as well at super heavy. Now, this is the turn of the Russian, Apti Aukudov. Second attempt, 173. Slightly heavier man than the Iranian, so he won't go into the lead with this.
But he's growing in confidence. Really is good to see that he's put the back injury behind him and is regaining that kind of form that we've seen in the past. looking at this, actually, that 173 is a 1 kilo personal best, so... You've got a 175 there. That was last year's Worlds, of course it was, yeah. So close, though, he's right up there.
Ivan Markov, 174. He's always got a great strut on, Markov. Just like his brother Georgi beforehand, who was a world champion. He's following in his footsteps. Won the European title this year.
Oh, that looked easy.
Wasn't that impressive?
Well, he's starting right up near his best. He's a man in great form.
Yeah, his brother was brilliant at Snatch as well. Former world record holder. And obviously goes in the family. Long-armed as well, which isn't necessarily great for Snatch, but you see his hands go right out to the end of the bar.
Sits so straight, though, underneath the bar. Somebody with such long levers. That's really, really good flexibility.
Okolov hit the 170 opener. 174 now.
He's on fire.
Really good work, and little smile that time. First time he just misfired a little bit and had to work his way up, but that time it looked good, and there's more there.
There is definitely more there. Really good extension. Moves his feet very wide into that squat position. He's obviously got the flexibility in his hips to allow him to.
So Saar has retired from the Snatch. He's not injured, we believe, just has scratched his third and final lift. You don't have to take it. He's happy with that 165, and he's going to be betting on that big clean and jerk of his. Now, the last man to join this Snatch competition, Andrei Rybakov of Belarus, 2 times Olympic silver medalist. And we thought he was on his way down over the last few years. From what we hear, training has gone well, and he is entering the contest at the highest weight here, 175. Let's not forget his world record, 187.
Well, when we saw him in the warm-up room just a minute ago, he was on 160, and it looked to me like the bar was pulling him forwards. That's just happened here on the platform again. More exposed when the weight gets heavier. You can just see, if we can see this from the side, you'll see him tip over the bar as it comes off the floor. All the weight's then on his back. You can just see how heavily his back is built. He's so strong, so muscular in the mid and upper back.
Jian Xiao. He still has one final attempt, and he's very much into uncharted territory here in the Snatch. Well, maybe not from his training regime. He may well have been up at 175 in the past, and that's what he's expected to come out at now.
Well, second attempts have to go before thirds.
Yes, so is Rybakov going to follow himself here?
I think it would be sensible to.
Yes, he is. A little bit extra taping there. Well, that world record he did was all the way back in 2007 at the Chiang Mai World Championships.
Feet very close in the starting position. That's obviously where he generates the most power. It's forwards again. Small step to steady himself.
Still putting up the big weights, but he did do 179 last year in Wrocław. having done 175 as an opener, then missed 179 and then got it in his third, but his clean and jerk was only 194. I mean, a country mile off of the best. Abdiya Ukudov did 212 in the clean and jerk. So all of that to come after the break, once the snatch is over. Right now, we still have 6 men in the competition, all with lifts.
Well, this 175 for Qian Zhao of China will put him into gold medal position by virtue of lighter body weight over Rybakov. Oh, so close.
So close.
Strong enough.
So close. He got that out to arm's length, and I think if he had another go at that, he'd probably get it, you know. That was almost a confidence thing, I think.
It's there. No, it's not.
I think he was all too willing just to let that go.
Well, a sensible and experienced lifter knows when enough is enough. You try holding on to those kind of weights going behind, and that's when you end up popping shoulders.
Well, Abdiya Ukudov, one final attempt. 175, still on the bar. And this would equal what he did last year in his campaign that got him the world title in Wrocław.
Short, very short on the extension, lacking legs.
Well, that's not great news for the defending champion. He never came here to get a snatch medal anyway. Well, it would have been nice, I suppose, but he's ranked 5th. But more importantly, he's only got a 173 to carry forward to the clean and jerk. Here's Janusz Rostami going for 176. This will take him from 4th into 1st in the snatch.
Wow, locked onto the bar. Aggressive starting position. Attack that right from the word go.
So Rostami just 3 kilos up, and I think they're picking their weights very well here. And a couple of kilos more, and well, he may well be the gold medalist in this snatch. Right now, he's the leader. He's got one reply left to whatever the others can do. Markov is going to be coming out. He's been bumped down to 4th now, Markov. So he's going for 177. The first man to attempt it. Okolov has 1 attempt, Rybakov 1 attempt, Rostami 1 attempt. Markov 2 left.
Pleased with that, but he needs one more. He's currently in the lead now, with 1 attempt remaining. He can sit tight and watch the other lifters go, see what he needs. It's not often we see a lifter having to run backwards to get himself back under the weight.
Okolov, the junior, going for 177. Two good lifts so far, 170, 174. So taken from fourth, straight into first.
Linear.
Just jump back from it.
Well, he's got every right to be a little disappointed. That's a weight that's definitely within his zone, his capability, strength-wise.
Just threw his shoulders back, leaning on the bar all the way through the lift. And that back momentum is going to make you jump backwards and leave the bar out in front.
Well, Rybakov stalking backstage, anxious to get on, no doubt. He's sitting in third with that 175. Markov leads with 177, Rostami 176. All very tight. Aptio Ukadov all the way down in fifth, but really he's only 4 kilos behind the leader at the moment. Giannis Rostami strides out for 178 to make it 3 out of 3. And to regain the lead off of Markov by a kilogram. Rybakov and Markov will then have just one lift to try and better.
Oh, he's got it.
Wow, great lifting, really super lifting.
It's just that split second when he drops to the bottom. Hesitation, is it there, isn't it? And today it was.
I mean, I didn't want to bring it up really, because in London he just got his first snatch and then failed the next two miserably. And the same thing happened in the clean and jerk, and he just looks so much fresher turning up to this World Championships. And I think he got every kilo out of that lift. 178 is really good for Rostami to finish on.
Yeah, you wouldn't put your money on much more than that today. That was a limit, and it was a great lift. He's guaranteed himself a medal. Question is, what colour?
Rybakov, one of just two men left then. Markov will have one reply to this. Rybakov sits in third, Markov in second. We've just seen Rostami's leading lift at 178. This is 179. He had to go a kilo up. He's the heavier man than Rostami.
Well, that's a shame, but I think Markov is now going to take the same weight.
Yeah, it really wouldn't make much sense for Markov to go too much heavier, and I'm not sure there's too much more there. 179.
That would be a great lift, personal best if successful.
Yeah, Markov did 175 last year to get the silver medal in the snatch, and well, had he even gone a kilo heavier, it would have taken him from fourth all the way up to second in the overall. That shows you how tight this category is, and I think it's even tighter this year. So this is a big moment here for Markov. He's got a good clean and jerk. This would give him just a little bit of comfort over the others going into the second half.
Well, 2014 What a successful year so far. Gold medalist at the European Championships and now gold medalist on the snatch at the World Championships.
That was really solid, and he had to move forward to get it as well. There's more there, but he's not going to get a chance to show it. Doesn't matter. He's the gold medalist in the snatch in this 85-kilo category. And as you said, he's got that small advantage over the others now. And he doesn't lack confidence, Markov, that's for sure. Just like his brother Georgie. Following in the footsteps of his brother. Well, he can relax a little bit now. His brother's world title actually came in the 77-kilo category. And can the European champion Ivan Markov, who's just taken gold there, 3 out of 3 great lifts, in fact not many missed lifts, add the world title to his collection. We'll have to wait and see for the clean and jerk, which will come up in about 10 minutes time. Rastami second there, Rybakov third.